Thanks for the heads up, Cape Crusader. Our sensor array was malfunctioning. Scanning the object now.
Be careful. It fired some kind of mind control beam.
Yeah, and it was only my speech that broke the power of the brainwashing.
It wasn't your speech.
I like to pull legs, not arms.
You gotta go on a diet, Grundy.
I got no leverage.
Terrific. Now I stink.
She was talking about me. All right, all right. We have to hurry in case the real Hawkman shows up.
Oh, we took care of that.
Good thinking, Joker.
You ever been to outer space, Grundy?
Of course. What's outer space?
The object does come from outside the solar system. Your computations were correct, Cape Crusader.
I know.
Cape Crusader?
The comlink to Earth has failed.
It seems the fault lies elsewhere. We cannot fix it from here. Green Lantern, I will require your assistance.
Warning. Unauthorized use of the Slideways teleport.
We may need some assistance. Calling all Justice League members. Calling all Justice League members. Mayday. We have a code red security breach on the watchtower.
Looking good.
Justice League members.
Calling all Justice League members. Mayday. 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 Calling all Justice League members.
This helped.
Mayday. Huh? Mayday. Calling all Justice League members.
No? We'll take the check, please.
We never get a break.
Calling all Justice League members. Mayday.
Oh wow, that's a lot of bad guys.
We have a security breach, Cape Crusader.
Saves time if you just call me Batman. We'll come help.
Security protocol indicates I shut down the teleporter to block their escape.
Yeah, I know. We'll get another ride.
LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham Walkthrough Part 3. This is the Space Suits You Sir, that's a S-twister, level, and this is a pretty fun one, but also an extremely lengthy one, and definitely about twice as long as the last one. Of course, that may be because I got lost a few times when I first did it. I cut out most of my wanderings when I was looking around trying to find a golden box, but for the most part, it's still a pretty long level. Every time you think it's going to end, it just keeps going. So the first thing you want to do here is use Batman's power suit to blow up these shiny Legos, and you don't have to blow up the ones at the bottom of the stairs, you just have to blow up the ones at the top of the stairs. And if this is not your first time playing a LEGO Batman game, that glowing glass will look familiar to you, and you'll think, I'm going to need a sonar suit so I can shatter the glass. And that's exactly what you want to look for. So come up here, blow these up, and start building. Once this is built, you'll want to switch to Robin so you can use his techno suit to open up the thing. I don't really know what happened. I can't remember what exactly happens here. What does it do? I know that this is where you get sonar suits. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay. I really couldn't remember. That is a little bit more important than the sonar suits because it gives you a piece of the spaceship. So instead of using the sonar suits, you'll just want to use the power suit and blow up that silver, then get up on top here so you can put a third of the spaceship onto the spaceship. And it's kind of strange that this is a spaceship level, and tomorrow they're landing a satellite thing. Is it a satellite? I don't know. They're landing. Oh, I guess it's a satellite right now. But anyway, they're landing a rover on a comet. That'll be pretty cool. It may not actually be a rover. I need to look up exactly what they're landing on it, because I know they're landing something. I know it's a spacecraft. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Right, LEGO Batman. So now you will want to get that Sonic suit, and you just have to do that by blowing up this silver object, and sometimes that can be a little bit annoying because your aimer will get in the way, or other items will get in the way of your aimer, and you'll aim on 4 things that you didn't even know you could aim at, and you won't actually be able to hit the one you want to shoot because you've hit your aim limit. But just try it a few times, you'll get it. Switch to the suit, push and hold the X button, or whichever key or button it tells you to, and then Robin will need to use his toy Robin on a surfboard to go through the tube, or I guess the tunnel, vent, whatever you want to call it, and then he will be in this next area. So now you'll want to wander around a little bit and find this techno suit slot so you can stick Robin's arm in it and push the X button once it shows up. And then a pretty weird screen flash will happen. That was not one of my faulty transitions, that was in the game itself. And then you'll just want to walk on over the bridge and you'll be here in the middle. So here's where you're going to learn that Robin can use his hazard suit to walk through toxic waste. And you probably should have known that before anyway, but it is always good to be reminded because a lot of things in these puzzle games are right in front of you and you just don't see it unless you wander around for about 35.5 minutes. So anyway, for this console, switch back to Techno Robin and start mashing the X button, and then you can see this junk collector that you'll want to switch to Robin's hazard suit, and once again pick up 25 LEGO junk pieces so you can build the objects that you need. This one's a little bit more complicated getting the junk pieces because they're not all in a big pile right in front of you. You have to walk a whole 3 steps left and right to find them all, and just destroy things if you want to. If you can't find enough, just destroy a bunch of things. They'll show up. Once you get 25, put them in here, and wait slowly for it to build itself. And then switch to Batman and use his sensor suit so you can sense the thing that you need to do here. I don't really like this sensor look. It's kind of, where it outlines everything, it's just kind of, yeah, I don't know, weird. I like the Batman Arkham City one way better. But that is a completely different game. I've just been playing Arkham Asylum a lot, so it's kind of trying to figure out what compares to what. And later on, we're going to see these Joker boxes, these present boxes. They'll blow up, and they'll have a bunch of chatter teeth in them, those wind-up laughing teeth, like in Arkham Asylum. It's actually pretty awesome, and the teeth are extremely annoying. But I'll talk about those when we get to them. So this will be the second part of the rocket that you need, and that'll be the gasoline, or I guess just the rocket fuel. I guess it's not exactly gasoline, but either way, it'll just be the rocket jet gasoline fuel that you'll need to put in there, and that'll be part 2 that you have to get checked off. Part 3 is a little bit further in this level, and you'll just want to wait for the cutscenes to finish.
I can use the jetpack to reach it. My spacesuit should be around here somewhere.
And it'll show you a pretty cool overview of the top side of this part of the Batcave, and then you'll need to spend your time figuring out how to get over there. So step 1, you switch to your sonar suit, and as soon as you figure out that's not what you need, switch back to your sensor suit, and then you'll see that you have to, of course, obviously use your sonar suit, so I was just a step ahead of myself there, and then switch to Robin's suit so you can walk through the hazardous waste, pull down this wall or this door so you can jump on it with Batman, and you'll notice a ladder in there. That is going to be your goal, but first you're going to need a spacesuit, and to get that, you're going to want to switch to Robin's, or you want to switch to Batman, use the sensor suit so you can see these rocks up in the dark here, and you want to switch back to the power suit, knock them down, and then you'll have a stepping stone to get into the darkness. But you can't do anything when you're in the dark, really. I think you still can, but it's just kind of hard to see. So switch to Robin, go over to this charging station, and if you push B next to it, you should automatically switch to your illumination suit. Then charge up your suit, jump into the darkness, and you'll see what you need to do. So push Y as Robin, and then you'll be able to go through the doors and start digging. Now this, once again, with Mass Effect, reminded me of the Leviathan DLC at the very end of it. And I know these two games are almost nothing alike, but it just kind of reminded me of it. Now, my suit, or my big digging machine, was really glitching out there. You saw the arms were going all weirdly, and it kind of did it there, but then it figured it out. I don't know why it did that, but all you have to do here is push and hold the B button or whatever shows up over your digging machine, and you have to do that. You have to dig up all 4 of these dirt piles, and when you do, the final one will be Batman's spacesuit. The spacesuit is actually extremely useful, and more than one character is going to have it, so that's going to be another thing you'll want to keep in mind once you start playing as other characters. A lot of them will have suits that you've already unlocked as Batman, and you don't want to forget that, because sometimes you may be stuck thinking you can't do a certain task because you don't have Batman, but there's another character who does the exact same thing. And that was really the hardest part for this game about me, was just trying to get used to memorizing all the characters' abilities. So once you unlock the suit, you should automatically switch to it, and there's a golden block that I skipped over that I blew up. It's to the right of that opening, and just push and hold the B button, or whatever your controller's equivalent is, and your laser will come out of the laser suit of the spacesuit, and then you'll be able to build this fuel charging station that you'll want to use with Batman, and then you'll be able to fly for a limited amount of time in his jetpack. And this is pretty cool because then you get to higher spaces that you can't get to normally, but you don't want to use the fuel too much. There's an indicator on your back there, but if you just get to where you need to go to quickly and then go right back down on the ground again, usually by double tapping the B button, then you won't use up your fuel, and you should have a lot to use whenever you need it. So Robin will now be able to get back up here, and I blew up these other parts because I thought, why not? The ladder will fall though, and Robin should be able to jump up here, but you're still going to need to use Batman to get over to the golden wall that you see over there. Now, my color blindness gets the best of me a few times in this game. For that block looks like the exact same color as the sonar stuff, and they might be, I'm not really sure, but maybe I'm just blaming it on my colorblindness for no reason. But anyway, those blocks, those are magnetic blocks that you have to use with an ability that you can't get right now, so you have to come back in free play, and I'm pretty sure those are mini kits. You have to get like 4 of them for a mini kit, so remember that. Sometimes you can't sonar everything that you run into. And then here is another computer that you'll have to hack, and yet another Mass Effect 3 Geth style minigame that you'll have to go through, but you'll have to use Robin. So you'll notice on the right side there will be a bunch of pull slots that you want Robin to use. I think you have to use Batman's sensor suit to unlock that. And then switch to Robin, climb up the ladder, throw a pole into the hole there, and then jump on them. Robin can double jump, which is something I was not really sure of until that moment. So if you can't jump high enough, just jump twice. And then switch to his techno suit, it should do it automatically, and try not to spawn the toy Surf Robin board. That's just extremely annoying when that happens. And then you'll get sucked into the computer program. Now this one is a little bit more difficult than the first one, but not by much. This one is a maze, and if you're any good at the rat maze on the Windows 95 screensaver, this should be no problem for you. By that, of course, I mean you just kind of have to get lucky because you can't control the rat maze in the 95 screensaver. So just go whichever way you think is right for you. I believe this is the wrong way, and I went the wrong way for... Oh no, it is the right way. Never mind. Okay, I'm better than I thought I was. So just come over here and whack the cube, and then the number will show up. It's probably a random number, or maybe it's a 6 for you too. I'm not really sure, but either way, just hit it. It'll come up, and then you'll notice it's going to be a little bit more tricky here. Not a lot trickier, just a little bit. Some of the platforms will fall behind you, which kind of reminded me of Transistor from Supergiant games. But again, these games are nothing alike. I don't know why they're reminding me of them. And just jump up here onto this platform and come on down, hit the second block, I mean, if you can count. And now a actually difficult part. And this is because you have to kind of go with the flow of the cubes. If you try to go while the cubes are flowing up, you're going to get stuck on them and you're going to have to jump, and you're going to waste too much time jumping, and you're eventually just going to fall off. So this time I did actually demonstrate that. Haha, yeah, right, I did demonstrate that for the purposes of the walkthrough, that is the wrong way to do it. The correct way, which I think I still screwed up doing because I went a little bit too quickly, the correct way is to wait for it to where you're kind of going with the flow as it comes up, or at the worst you're going down with it. And I think I actually do make it this time, so if you can at least go down with it, then that'll be a lot better than trying to fight it while going up, and at the last parts you may have to still jump against it. But eventually you should get it, and the computer will unlock. Then the top of the space shuttle, space rocket, the top of the rocket will be placed on, and you'll be able to enter it and get into the second half of the level. And yeah, this is only half of it. It's probably even less than half. This is a long level.
Don't worry, Alfred. We will be.
And we'll bring you back some nice space rocks to polish.
Whoopee.
Clock is running. We have liftoff.
Green Lantern of Sector 2814. I can hold the intruders until assistance arrives. The matter of the alien object cannot wait. Find out as much as you can and report back.
Please call me Hal.
Hello, Martian Manhunter!
Surrender now.
Okay, but first, I just want to make sure you know everybody. This is Firefly. We brought him along because we know you love a good fire.
But fire is in fact my one weakness. Oh.
It might help if you stop playing games and help me get control of the main computer.
But I like games! Here!
Access granted.
Oh, your hair is standing on end! Which I guess is just your eyebrow.
Perimeter alert. Vehicle approaching.
Lower stage jettisoned.
Deploy solar panel arrays.
It must take a lot of effort to make sure everything he drives or flies look like a bat.
Joker, stop him before he gets here.
I'm going to take him down old school!
For a game that takes place primarily in space, I feel like they really didn't include enough of these spinning around space Toho style levels. And the reason I say Toho style is they're kind of like any other side-scroller, whatever you want to call it, space shooter game, because you collect power-ups and you get these super powerful, stupidly awesome guns that fire in 3 round, like 3 in a huge burst right here. You get this big 3-round spread, big giant laser. You get shields, you get missiles later. It's pretty fun. I actually like this a lot more than I thought it would, but it does get a little bit tedious, so maybe that's why they didn't include as many. So this is the one of probably 4 or 5 times you get to do this in this game, and I'm just guessing, I'm trying to overguess. I think there's actually less than 6 times you do it in the story mode. And all you have to do is look at the numbers at the top of the screen and try to get those down to 0. So the first wave is just a bunch of Joker teeth, second wave is more Joker teeth, and also a couple of Joker planes. Then when you can, just pick up every single power-up that you see that'll help wipe out everything that you need, and follow the arrow if you can't find one, or if you can't find a group of them, that arrow usually leads you to them too. For the third part, just once again destroy everything that gets shown up here. I picked up a bomb that I think just blew up everything all around the station here, which was pretty cool. And now the kind of confusing part, and that's picking up the missiles and shooting these rockets on the side of the station. Sometimes these rockets don't hit the missile shooters, and I don't know why that is, because you'll see me shoot some of these a few times and nothing happens. Like, there's a missile, okay, that one did get blown up, but sometimes nothing happens. If you can't find a missile, you'll want to go around in a circle, pick up any of the other power-ups, and see if you can find any other enemies or the missiles that spawn. And usually they have an extremely high drop chance for these missiles. You just have to hit them and they will drop them. Also, blowing up the missiles themselves too does help sometimes. Anyway, pick it up and it'll follow you in the way that those bombs do in LEGO Star Wars, and then you'll just want to push the B button or the equivalent on your controller, and that will blow up the guns on the side of the station. You just have to do that 5 times, so I'm trying to find the missile for the last one. And there it is. Now I have to go all the way around, and following the arrow, there it is, and fire. That's my dog in the background, if you can hear that. Now for the final part of the Space Fire Shooty Boom Boom level, you need to destroy the Joker rocket that goes spinning around. And at first you're not going to be able to damage it at all, so just avoid it and wait for it to stop moving. Pick up a missile if you can find one. Try not to get hit, but he goes in a really weird pattern, so I thought I was dodging him there when really he was just whacking me right in the face. So once he stops moving, he'll shoot you a couple of times and he'll go up and down rapidly, and that's when you'll be able to fire on him. So pick up the missile that you, or use the missile that you picked up, shoot him with it. I guess my dog wants to go outside, but she'll have to wait a few minutes. And then do that 3 more times. So I guess this magic number is actually 4. But anyway. It's the exact same attack pattern for each part that it does. I don't think he gets any new attacks or abilities, which is You know, they could probably give him something new to do, but hey, going up and down rapidly 4 times in a row is creative, I guess. Just find the missiles, wait for him to do that a 3rd time. Even my narration gets redundant with this boss. And of course, keep firing away, try to kill all the enemies that come toward you just so you can pick up any missiles that you need. And then shoot him that time. I think that missed. I don't know what that hit. That must have hit one of the regular Chatterteeth enemies. And I don't think there's a time limit on how long he does this. He may eventually go around and do his circles again, but I think there's a pretty lengthy time between when he does that and when he leaves, if he even leaves at all. So you don't really have to worry if you have to search for a missile. You shouldn't have to worry too badly about him just disappearing. So for the final time, wait for the bullets to end and then shoot him.
Uh-oh! I guess I need to use one of my bonus super bombs.
I got this one.
No, Robin.
I'm really tired of getting shot at.
Bye-bye, boy blunder!
Thanks. Got any other tricks left?
No. You sure took your time.
Sorry, the waiter took a while to bring the check. I'll get Robin onto the jet. See if you can find a way in.
We're gonna need a bigger jet.
Huh?
Hey, Batman. So what's the deal with Joker and his goon platoon?
Not sure yet, Cyborg. We need to get down there quick.
And once you get to this part of the level, no, this is not the end. And I think there's even a part after this, so once again, it's a very long level. And here's where you just have to walk on the pointy part of the space station in an attempt to get inside of it. So there will be another suit that you want to collect here. I don't know who, I think that was, whose suit is this? Okay, it's Cyborg's suit. And it gives him a magnet suit, and Robin later will also get a magnet suit, and I think Robin unlocks the magnet suit as soon as Cyborg gets it. I'm not sure Robin ever has to get it on his own. But anyway, this is one of those situations I think I was talking about in the previous video, where I said that one character will have a bunch of the abilities of another character, and it can take a little bit of time just to get used, just to remember which characters have which abilities. So Cyborg will have most of the abilities of Batman and a few of Robin. He's a pretty good in-between character. And he's got the power suit, he'll have a giant suit later which comes in handy, and he has this magnet suit. And I think he even has a sonar suit. I don't think he has a sensor suit. There's only a few people that can use the sensor ability. For that giant gun there, you can get rid of it if you switch to Cyborg's sensor, or his power suit, and you can blow it up with rockets. Or you can just come up to this topmost part of the station, get rid of the Arkham Asylum style Joker boxes. That's what they remind me of anyway. And then switch to his power suit when you want to destroy those generators. I keep wanting to call Cyborg Cyberman because I've been watching too much Doctor Who, and I really hate the Cyberman, but I don't hate them because they're annoying enemies, I just hate them because I think they're stupid enemies. Anyway, so Cyborg. Use Cyborg to blow up, I think it's 5 of these generators. You want to go to the right, not so much the left, because if you go to the left, that's the way that the generators are spinning, and it'll take you forever to catch one. As you can see there, I was not finding a generator, but I stood still and one came over the right side of the screen pretty quickly, so I just blew it up. I think that's number 3. So here's number 4. and those very annoying enemies get in the way, so I guess there are only 4 of those. And there's another gun that just is kind of a nuisance. Then Superman will come in trying to save the day as always, and instead he makes it a little bit more difficult by slamming the rocket straight into the space station with a big happy bang from Joker. Classic Joker. And that is actually going to be necessary here in a minute, but the first thing I did was got rid of that gun, got rid of the guns off the gun because it just was going to be annoying. Now, there is electricity here, and in all my wisdom, I thought, maybe I can use a magnet suit to get through it, and no, that is not true, so don't try that, but I switched to the Flash just to have a look around. The Flash is awesome because he's so quick, and he can get through most of the level really quickly, and it's really hard to play as another character once you're used to running around with Flash, because he's so darn fast. So anyway, what you need to do here is use the spacesuits from either Batman or Cyborg, and blow up the gold part of the rocket, and then the electricity will stop, and you'll be able to step in here and build the switch. Now, this is going to be Flash's first real use in this game, and this is kind of reminiscent of the Lego Movie video game, where you have to use the special to build a bunch of objects really quickly, and that's exactly what Flash does. So he builds this big gun that you want to jump on, and you get thrown off into the depths of space, kind of. And I think this is actually the last part of the level, because that is checkpoint number 2. I don't think it's 3, it's 2. Anyway, I think that's the last checkpoint you'll get, so this is finally nearing the end of the level, but still only about maybe the last 1/4 or 1/5 of the video. And you'll just need to jump around the left and right parts of this area and try to open up the door. The enemies are endlessly spawning in this game. I don't think there's a single point where they don't come back, and I've actually found it easier just not to deal with them. Sometimes if one kills me, I'll usually get revenge on it, but most of the time I will just ignore them or run past them, because most of the stuff you do, you're invincible while you're doing it. It's not like the old Lego games where you still get damaged. So there's really no reason to kill them all, because they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. So use Batman and his space suit to laser this golden wall open. Once again, I think you could use Cyborg's suit for this too, and then you can build the object that comes out of it. And you'll notice a character brick in the screen there, or the behind the glass there. That's not a new suit, that's a character you unlock. And I think there's one of those per level, or there's maybe a few, I don't really know, but it's another collectible. I don't think you can get that one in story mode, so you'll have to come back in free play. All of those chatter teeth love to follow you around, and the annoying thing about them is they're not like the teeth in Arkham Asylum, because they don't die in one hit. They die in like 2 or 3. In Arkham Asylum, you just hit them with a batarang, and you could probably do that in this game now that I think about it, because Batman's batarang is pretty darn strong. So then up here you'll see Cyborg needs to get up there, and I was a little bit confused here. By a little bit I mean a lot of it, because you need to use Cyborg to get up to the top there, and I didn't actually know Cyborg had a spacesuit until this part. So you want to switch to a spacesuit, fly up on top. After you charge up his suit at the charging station, that you should probably use the charge up Batman suit. And I was really confused here because I couldn't magnetize that thing on top, but it kept telling me I needed to use Cyborg to do it. And I was like, well, how do I get up there? Oh, what do you know? He has a spacesuit. So, switch to the spacesuit, come on over here. Charge it up. It's kind of annoying because sometimes it doesn't switch on the first time, but I don't know why it doesn't do it, but come back, and then eventually, okay, what am I doing? Come on, Cyborg. Come on, me. I think now, just about now, I figure it out. I edited it out, but this is just too funny to me that I couldn't figure this out. So, there we go. And if the game had changed it for me the first time, sometimes you have to hit B twice on this. If it had changed it for me the first time, I wouldn't have sat around like a dunce for a couple of minutes there. But anyway, come back up here once you fly up, magnetize this door lever. I guess it's a I don't even know what to call this. Door control, that's what I'll call it. Part 1 of the door control, and you'll need to once again use the spacesuit to destroy that golden part of it. So you can switch to Batman or you can switch to Cyborg for that. And I had flown over here in the wandering around that I cut out. I'd flown over here with Batman and I couldn't get back over. I was trying to figure out why, because I couldn't jump up and down, and once again, or I couldn't fly in my jetpack, and once again I had a sudden moment of realization, and I was in the stupid freaking power suit, not the spacesuit. So I figured it out, switched to the power suit, flew back over here, and then blew up this part of the door. And now for part 2, all I have to do is fly back on over to the right side. But you're gonna need the flash for this next part, and that isn't too difficult to get. You'll just want to switch back to Batman or one of them who can fly. Come over here. I think you need. Did I say Robin? I don't know. I think you need the. Who do you need here? Okay. Anyway, yeah, okay. So use Cyborg to fly back over here, switch to the magnet suit, and then this should come up, and you'll be able to turn the lever so you can get the flash up here. And there's a treadmill you'll have to build. I think I skipped over that, but just destroy the Lego objects that are in this area. Build the treadmill, land on it with the flash, push B, rapidly tap the X button, and then you should be able to blow up that second half of the door control. And once you do that, that'll be it for this level.